Everyone, welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome. Purple is one of my favorite colors to bring into the landscape. It adds depth, elegance, and a little bit of drama. So today we're sharing 20 of the most gorgeous purple perennials that deliver beautiful blooms or striking foliage. We've included the USDA hardiness zones and mature sizes so you can pick the perfect plant for your garden. There's something here for every spot. Let's get started. Number one is Blackjack Agapanthus. Look at these intensely dark purple, almost blackish purple flower umbels rising above strappy green foliage. This plant is moody and elegant at the same time. Blackjack Agapanthus is definitely a standout. This plant is hardy in USDA zones 8 to 11. It will become about 14 to 20 inches in height and 14 to 16 inches in width. Next is Quicksilver Climbing Rose. Now this beauty produces lovely lavender purple blooms that have a soft, romantic look and a pleasant fragrance. Quicksilver is hardy in USDA zones 5 through 9, and like most roses, you want to make sure you give it full sun, and like many climbers, you want to give it a sturdy trellis arbor or some kind of support. This Cornish rose is a repeat bloomer that will give you vertical color and soften fence lines, for example, beautifully. Next is East Friesland Salvia. It's a Salvia nemorosa. This one has deep violet purple flower spikes, and it is a classic and very reliable choice. This plant is hardy all the way down to zone 4 and up to about zone 8 or 9. It will become about 24 inches in height and about 18 inches in width. Next is Heuchera dolce wildberry. And for purple foliage lovers, this plant offers rich purple to burgundy leaves with silvery accents that provide year-round color and contrast. It is hardy in zones 4 through 9, and the foliage mound can reach about 14 inches in height and about 18 inches in width. In hot climates, you want to plant it in part sun or part shade, or even shade with consistent moisture. It is excellent in woodland gardens or mixed containers. Next is Amistad Salvia. Now this is another Salvia nemorosa. This plant will have dark purple to violet spikes on very upright stems. It is hardy in zones 4 all the way up to 8 or 9, becoming about 30 inches in height and about 18 inches in width. Planted in full sun with well-draining soil to yield the best results. You can deadhead this plant for extended bloom, but y'all, it is a classic, reliable performer that adds vertical purple color to your borders. Moving away from the salvias, next up is Pugster Amethyst Buddleia. Now this Buddleia delivers rich amethyst purple flower panicles on a compact, well-behaved plant that stays much smaller than traditional butterfly bushes. It is hardy in USDA zones 5 through 9, maturing to about 2 to 3 feet in height and width. Buddleia attracts loads of butterflies. It is a fantastic low-maintenance purple performer for many gardens. The next Buddleia is one of my personal favorites, and if you all watch my channel at all, you probably know what's coming. It is Miss Violet Buddleia. Now this Buddleia has deep violet purple flower panicles that are absolutely stunning and irresistible to butterflies. It is hardy in USDA zones 5 through 9, becoming about 4 to 5 feet in height, about 4 feet in width. Planted in full sun with well-drained soil, and you will find that it will bloom for you throughout the season, adding decent height and movement. This is reported to be a sterile variety. I have another rose for you all, and it is Ebb Tide Rose. Now, this beauty features smoky velvet deep purple flowers during the cooler seasons, which becomes a brighter purple when it's hot in full sun. One thing that stands out about Ebb Tide, its beautiful fragrance that will stop you in your tracks. It is hardy in USDA zones 5 through 9, and it will grow to become about 4 feet in height and width. Next up is Sage Advice Russian Sage. Now, this plant has airy lavender purple flower spikes and silvery foliage that creates a soft, dreamy effect. It is hardy in USDA zones 4 through 9, reaching about 36 inches in height and about 32 inches in width. Next is one of my favorite purple salvias, and it is Violet Riot. Now, Violet Riot will give you vibrant violet purple flowers on compact spikes that bloom all season long. This salvia is hardy in USDA zones 5 through 9. It will become about 18 to 24 inches in height and width, planted in full sun and in average to well-drained soil. Well-drained soil is key. It is very low maintenance. It is a wonderful choice for borders, containers, and unfortunately, I never seem to capture images of mine when the plants are in bloom. However, this Home Depot display, doesn't it look like a beautiful color story? Next is Purple Heart. Now, this is a low-growing favorite with striking purple succulent-like foliage that twists and trails beautifully across the ground. This plant is hardy in USDA zones 8 to 11. It is going to spread 12 to 24 inches or more while staying under a foot in height. Next is another favorite, and it is Amistad Salvia. This is one of the most dramatic purples on the list. This salvia has deep, almost black tubular flowers on tall, sturdy spikes. It is hardy in USDA zones 8 through 10. It grows up to 5 feet in height and about 4 feet in width. This heat-loving, drought-tolerant beauty attracts hummingbirds and butterflies all summer long. Next, this gorgeous Catawba crepe myrtle is covered in dark purple flower panicles. It is hardy in USDA zone 7 to 9. It matures to 15 to 20 feet in height and around 10 feet or so in width. Full sun is essential. It is incredibly heat and drought tolerant once established, and it will provide you with this beautiful peeling bark for winter interest. Next is Liriope muscari or lily tuft. This has spikes of lavender purple flowers above evergreen crest-like foliage. It is hardy in USDA zones 4 through 10, grows only to about 18 inches in height and about 24 inches in width. It is great as edging, ground cover, or under trees. This plant is very low maintenance, and it will provide you with year-round structure in your garden. I have another rose, and it is Love Song Rose. Now, this rose has beautiful purple tone blooms, bringing romantic color and fragrance to your garden. It is hardy in USDA zones 5 through 9, growing to about 3 feet in height and width. This is Totally Stoked Aster. Now, this one lights up the late season with vibrant purple daisy-like flowers. It is hardy in USDA zones 4 through 8, reaching about 2 to 3 feet in height and width. Planted in full sun and average to well-draining soil. Right-eye skullcap is a tough Texas native with bright purple tubular flowers. This plant is hardy in USDA zones 7 through 9, only growing to about 12 inches in height and spreading about 12 inches or a little more. Planted in full sun with well-draining soil, and it is extremely drought tolerant and deer resistant. Next up is purple verbena. Now, this plant has clusters of small purple flowers on tall, airy stems. These plants create a delicate cloud-like effect. They are typically hardy in USDA zones 7 through 10. Some varieties grow about 3 to 5 feet in height and 2 to 3 feet in width. Plant them in full sun and it's going to bloom for you all season long. Next is the Shoal Creek Vitax. Now this plant produces gorgeous lavender blue to purple flower spikes, and it is often referred to as the Texas lilac. It is hardy in USDA zone 6 through 9, maturing to about 15 feet in height and about 12 feet in width as a large shrub or a small tree. Planted in full sun and well-drained soil. This plant is extremely heat and drought tolerant. It is also deer resistant. It is one of the most reliable and beautiful large plants for Central Texas and even other hot climate landscapes. Next is smokebush, and the royal purple and other varieties of smokebush will give you striking purple foliage all season long with smoky plumes in the summer. It is an excellent contrast plant or specimen. You may need to prune it to control size if needed. It is drought tolerant and low maintenance once it's established. Which of these purple perennials are you excited to add to your garden? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing what's blooming in your yard. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more gardening tips, information, tours, etc. And hit the bell so you never miss a new upload. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day in your garden. Bye.